Hey Rockstar, Steve aka Void here, and I want to welcome you to this week's episode of Pajama Jam, where I attempt to learn popular songs, riffs, and solos up to speed in 30 minutes or less. So, this week's episode, I am going to be attempting to learn Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. That song is from obviously their super unknown album in 1994, May of 1994, which was actually 25 years ago, just last month. Now I'm just going to just double check something over here because I think that the chat is possibly broken. There's a little bit of a tech issue, and let's just get that loaded up over here. So basically, in Pajama Jam, I attempt to learn the songs using the same strategies that I wrote about in my best-selling book, Practice Less, Play More, and the strategies that I outline in the book, that's exactly what I'm going to be using over here. And very, very cool. I see that my Facebook feed is now working again. That is the first time in actually probably a couple of weeks. So that is very great. Awesome to see. Steven, Lois Anna, LA, awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let me know if you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. And obviously, if you're wearing your jammies as I am. So this wouldn't be a pajama jam if we weren't wearing our jammies. Now, before we get into the episode, I actually just wanted to test something really quick. I just want to see if this works with sound because I'm playing around. You can see this little animated, this animation over here. Let's just see what happens if I go like this. Cool. Okay, I think that worked. I don't know. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. But just working on some of the production value over here. So welcome Johnny. Awesome. Great to have you here. So Black Hole Sun, May 1994. 1994. Wow, I remember hearing this song for the first time. I mean, I was just a kid, and I remember the video was so weird, and the song was super cool though. And this was obviously a huge song, 25 years ago, super unknown, great album. And I just never really had an interest in learning the song. Like it's a song that I really liked, but I just never really played it for some reason. I don't know why. And then I remember hearing him play. So Chris Cornell played an acoustic version on Howard Stern, and it was like, whoa, that song is pretty awesome. Like it's pretty special how like the chords work and how the melody works. So it's very cool. I'm very excited to dig into this. I'm going to basically be learning or attempting to learn the main riff. There's about 3 or 4 of the main riffs inside this song. Okay, and when I go into the tab and stuff, I'll show you which parts I'm going to learn. But one of the things that's super cool about this song is that Chris Cornell wrote it while he was driving home. Like he wrote the whole thing. And if you want to hear more about the song, you can check out the interview that he did with Howard Stern in 2007. But just super cool because this is not a normal song, and so for him to kind of to have that kicking around in his brain was very, very cool. So let's see here. This is great that the chat's working. Man, it was such a pain in the butt to not have this chat work over here. It was just kind of like a lonely experience filming the last episode or two. Darren is here. Johnny is here. Steven, LA, James, awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So Pajama Jams. Basically, the way that it works is I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes, and I'm going to race against the clock to learn the different parts of the song up to speed. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through as much as I possibly can of what I'm thinking about as I'm learning it. And my hope is that you use the same strategies to learn songs that you love. And if you want to learn Black Hole Sun, that's cool. You can watch the replay if you want to follow along. Even though I don't really recommend you trying to follow the tab and every single move, I recommend that you watch me learn and you listen to what I'm thinking as I'm learning, because watching a professional learn is going to give you the tools and strategies to learn songs that you want to learn beyond Black Hole Sun. These are strategies that can work on any song. Okay, so nice. Paul, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. All right. So, again, if you're a beginner watching the show, if this is the first time that you're watching, just sit back, relax, watch the show, watch me learn the different parts and how I learn. Pay attention specifically to how many times I practice, the sequence of events, and how I definitely don't just start with the part that's there and try playing it. Oops, I made a mistake. Go back to the beginning. Go up, try playing it. Oops, I made a mistake. Go back to the beginning. I definitely do not do that. So, beginners definitely pay attention to that. Intermediate guitar players, you could follow along if you want. Even for intermediate players, I still recommend that you just watch me learn and implement these strategies. Just take note of some of the strategies. And if this is not your first time watching, if you're a regular pajama jammer, then definitely welcome. Thank you for your support. And just the stuff that I repeat, those are the things that are the most important, and you'll see a lot of repetition in the techniques. So, with that said, what I did first for Black Hole Sun, I completed my pre-practice. So pre-practice is where you gather all the material and do all the things that are going to make your practice session successful. Okay, so besides the fact that I set up all these beautiful graphics and all of that, let's see this one more time over here. I love that. Okay, so anyway, so besides setting up that graphic and all that, I set up the tab. I actually have two tabs for this one here. What else? I set the metronome to the tempo of the song. I tuned my guitar to drop D because I noticed on the tab it's tuned to drop D, and luckily it was just drop D because I know Soundgarden has some weird tunings. What else? And I also starred the sections inside the riffs that I wanted to play, just so I could quickly see which parts in the tab that I want to play. Okay, so it's like if I put like an asterisk, if I had a pen and an actual book, I would just write down the riffs. This is the riff, so I don't have to search through it. I could just because I only have half an hour, right? I only have 30 minutes. So James Wheeler, welcome, buddy. Okay, so I have all those things set, and also some other things too. I mean, besides, I made sure that my nails were short, and I also make sure I have some water here. And that's pretty much it. So, without further ado, let's get into Black Hole Sun. All right. It's so funny when I'm filming these episodes over here. We're just hanging out, we're having a good time, and then there'll be some people who are commenting like, "Just get on with the playing, just get on with the playing." And it's just like, "Hey, listen, look, this is I like to settle in here. I'm about to learn something. I want to tell you a little bit about the song, a little bit about what's going on, and whatever haters are gonna hate. Always, there's gonna be trolls. But I'm definitely appreciative of the regular fans of Pajama Jammers. I love that, and definitely very appreciative of you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen, and we're also going to get the countdown timer on the screen. So let me share my screen here. And let's get the countdown timer going, because the countdown timer is going to have to start, just to make it fair, because I'm going to do the first step, which is called quick scan. So let's get 30 minutes on the clock. It's just over 30 minutes here. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly scan through. So you can see here there was the tempo. So the tempo is 52 beats per minute. I actually doubled that to 104 because on the metronome I want a faster click. Okay, and that's a technique you can use. You could double that. We have drop D tuning, so I see that there. And thanks, Darren. Okay, cool. And then so I starred the riffs here. So what I'm going to do quickly, I'm just going to quickly scan through with my eyes here, just looking through the tab just to see if anything is that stands out. These are pretty standard drop D chords here. I see there's like the slide riff, the other guitar. I'm not going to be learning that. But I'm just going through here. One thing that I notice is that, there's quite a bit of space between the notes here from the lines up above and down here, so I'll have to just be careful not to miss anything there. But there, okay, cool. Now in the song, the bass takes care of the verse, so I might play the bass line. I think I'm going to use the looper to play the bass line, and then I'll play the these high arpeggios here. So this is the other part I'm going to learn. Okay, this is the electric guitar part there, the lead guitar. Okay, I'm going to learn that. Then we have the chorus. Okay, I don't see anything strange. There's a little bit of slide action there. Okay, Nothing really strange. And that's what I'm doing inside Quickscan. I'm just making sure to find, if I find anything that looks weird to me, and then I'll mark that. But all of this looks pretty good here. And then I think that I marked, I'm probably going to skip one part of the chorus there. And then I have that ba-dom, dom, da-da-dom, dom, that weird interlude. So that's this over here. But I also have another tab that I just want to double check, because this one here has just random riffs from the song. So here it looks all pretty much the same, and since it's darker, I might actually use this for some of it. Just scrolling through, it all looks actually exactly the same as the other one. Course. Okay, and I'll probably go with this for quite a bit of this riff. I think just the main riff, I'm gonna go with the first tab. Da 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 da. Okay, weird chord there. Okay, so now that I've done the quick scan, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on with this, and I'm going to start learning. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to check like just the root notes, because the song's a bit weird. I just want to make sure that I have the right root notes. Okay, so let's see here. Go to the guitar cam. Okay, sporting my new I play guitar shirt in both righty and lefty guitars. This one is the righty because I'm a righty. So that is the new shirt that I've got going on over here. Okay, so let's do this. I'm not going to jump right into playing exactly what's on the tab. I'm not going to do that. That's face value, and that's kind of a recipe for disaster. So I'm just going to go here. So I'm going to look for the first letter, and if there's like major or minor, but G, okay, then it goes B flat, then F, and then E. Don't worry if you don't know what those mean. I know what those mean right now, and if you need any help with this stuff, then you can just ask, but I do have some learning to do over here. So here we have the 5th fret. Okay. It's very important to learn songs you love too, because you've got to know how the song sounds. And when you love a song, you have an intimate relationship with that. It just shortcuts the process of learning. Okay, and then we have F, and then we have E. Okay, I'm in drop D, so everything's shifted. Okay, and then we have E flat. Okay, and then we have D. Okay, now that's just the intro. So you know what? Okay, well, I'll learn the intro. So 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Then it went down. Chromatic 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay. I'm sure I'll learn the rest in the verse there, but let's see here. It looks like a bar. So now that I've done the root notes there, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go through this pattern here, because it doesn't look that hard, or like it doesn't look difficult. I'm going to go through what's called no tempo practice. Okay, and no tempo practice, I'm just going to go through the moves. I quick scanned with my eyes. Now I'm going to just go through it with my fingers, make sure there's no weirdness here. So I'm not going to worry about timing. It's no tempo. Not going to worry about picking, just all downstrokes right now. Okay, looks like the same kind of thing here. Okay, a little bit of a stretch there. Probably use the pinky here. Same, it looks like the same shape. Okay. Okay. No tempo, just going through this, just making sure there's no weirdness. That's the whole point of this process. Great chord. That's awesome. Okay, so now that I went through that no tempo practice, basically what I did, I was just making sure there's no weirdness, and I kind of like got a little bit of an idea of the fingers that I was going to use. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with slow tempo practice. Okay, just keeping an eye on the clock here. Okay. So now slow tempo practice. Well, actually, I'll just go a smaller chunk here. And that's where, with slow tempo practice, you want as slow as you possibly can go steadily without making a mistake. Okay, now that I did that one time correct, now I'm going to move on to what's called the fast practice formula. I'm aiming to do this 3 times without making a mistake. So I already did it once, now I'm going to do it 2 more times. Okay, last time. Okay. Now, after 3 times, I could either increase the amount, the speed, the amount, or the complexity. I'm going to increase the amount that I'm playing here. And actually, I'm going to just move on to this here just to get this. Okay, 3 times. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to, I did that 3 times correct. I'm going to increase the amount here. Okay, that's 1. Okay, 2. Okay, and I'm just kind of going to just roll with this. That's 3 times without making a mistake. I don't know if that's the right speed, but I'm actually just going to move on in best interest of time. Let's go here, same amount of stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this looks like the same shape, so it doesn't look like it's gonna be that big of a deal. Okay, and then one more. Okay, and then we move on the whole chunk. Okay. 2. I'm just doing all downstrokes right now, and I recommend going with the metronome. I've got an internal sense of time right here where I'm just going steady. But if I had more time, I would probably do that with the metronome, and I'd go incrementally up to the target tempo. But for now, I'm just getting the pieces here. So this is all. I'm just going to review just by posing without any picking. I'm going to go here, then it goes here, then it goes here, then it goes here. Okay, here, here, 3 times without making a mistake, even if I'm not picking. 3 times is a good amount of times to do it, just to absorb it in your mind. Okay, so wow, running out of time over here. Holy smokes. Cool. Now, I actually felt pretty good about that, so I'm actually going to move on. Normally, I would do that 3 times without making a mistake, but that feels good, and especially because I'm running out of time here. This looks like just a bar here. Same. It looks like the same pattern. Anywhere where you could spot patterns, the more patterns, the better. Okay. 2 times. Oops, that's a mistake, so I have to reset the counter. Okay, cool. So that's 3 times without making a mistake. Now I'm gonna just try this whole intro here. Sorry if you can't see the whole thing. It spans quite a bit on the screen. Maybe I'll move me over here. Can I switch this? Yeah. Okay. And sorry about that. If you can't see the whole tab because the countdown timer is blocking it. But let's see. Okay. And let's see what the tempo is here, just to make sure that I've got this right. So here, I've got the tempo in my metronome app. Okay, so metronome app. Ba 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 bum ba 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 bum. Okay, that should be pretty good. Okay, take a deep breath. So. I got a little hung up on one of the details there. Let me do that again. So. A little mistake there, but that's okay. Let me do it one more time here. So, actually, in best interest of time, so if I go. Okay, I'll just be careful on that part. Cool. Okay, so that's the intro there. All right. So maybe we'll do the fancy looper thing after the fact. I'm going to learn more parts here. Okay, so that's the intro there. And I think luckily the chorus is pretty similar, just from what I remember in the song. I mean, it just sounds like it's the same kind of chords. but let's see here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do no tempo practice with this, just to see if there's any weirdness. So no tempo practice with this part here. Okay. So you see I'm not really paying attention to tempo. Okay. Weird. Okay. Good, like really good, but weird. Okay, so now that I did that, no tempo, there's no nothing that difficult, so I'm not going to highlight anything, but I'm just going to start going for it. So slow tempo, and I'm actually going to just pose. I'm going to imagine I'm going to stack these guys here, and I'm going to just pose these chords. Okay, and I'm going to do it 3 times without making a mistake. So. That's good. Yeah, I'm pretty much in time there and up to speed. Okay, so now I'm going to stack these chords, this one and this one, 10 and 13, and 12, okay, 13, 12, 3 times without making a mistake. Okay. Not bad. Going a little fast. But also I'm running out of time, right? So I'll do one more time. All right, okay. Now let's go here. That's pretty much up to speed. Ba 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 ba. Okay, so now another chord here. Ba ba ba. I'm gonna pose this chord. Ba 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 ba. That's pretty good. Ba 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 ba. 3 times without making a mistake. Okay. 2. Okay, so that's good. Let's just move on just to get coverage. Okay. Stack. Okay, I'm just going to play this chord as a stack, this chord as a stack, and this chord as a stack. Da. Okay. 1. 2. Okay, 3. Is this helpful so far, guys? Just seeing how I break this thing down and build it back up. So here, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go slowly. Running out of time here. But I'm just gonna stack these just to refresh my memory. Stack. So it's like a stack and then a staircase, and then a stretch, and then a stack. Stack, staircase, stretch, stack. Stack, staircase, stretch, stack. Okay, that's good. Stack, staircase, stretch, stack. And I'm doing everything 3 times without making a mistake. So reason for that, it just really helps to absorb. Okay, so. Okay, I feel good about that. Normally I would do this 3 times without making a mistake, but I'm going to just do the same thing over here just because it's fresh in my mind. This to this, so short, longer. I'm just trying to come up with some kind of association that I can remember this. Okay, and here, and here. Oh, there's a lot in that. Okay, so I'm just going to get these three bars, this bar, and this bar. So this, staircase, stretch, stack, short, long. Okay, I think that's gonna be good. Short. Okay, I feel good about that. In the last bar, it's not that. That wasn't perfect. Okay, so it's a little awkward. That was better. Okay, so I'll do 3 times of that. So. Okay, and last time. Okay, this is a little. It's just this. I'm gonna zero in on this little section here. Okay, that's better. Last one. Okay, now I'm gonna play all of this. Just first posing, stack, staircase, stretch, stack, short, long, stack, and then it's kind of like the rundown here. Okay, I'm gonna try slowly. I'm gonna increase the amount and I'm decreasing the speed, so. Cool. Okay, let's see what's up to speed. Cool. That's, yeah, okay, so that was good. So that one's down. And maybe I'll do some looper action. But let's get into the chorus now with 12 minutes left. Okay, let me just see this. This looks a lot like the verse. This looks a lot like the verse that I played. Let me actually, I'm gonna do no tempo practice here. So let's go through here. Yeah, this is the part of the verse. Okay, then. What? It looks like there's too many beats. So, oh, I get it. I just had a brain fart there. Okay. That's fine. Okay, and then this part here. No tempo practice. That's it. Okay. So, yeah. That's a little weird, but let's see. Okay, so now slow tempo practice. Now I'm going to do that in time. And because I already did this part here, I could probably just get it pretty quickly. Yeah, so there's no problem there. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I'll just get this chunk here. 10 minutes left. Okay, not bad. Okay, and then let's just get this rhythm. For some reason, this messed me up before, but this. Yeah. I'm just doing all downstrokes for now. Okay, 3 times I'll make a mistake. Now, playing all of this here. Okay. So it's not particularly hard. It's just remembering the order of parts that is just a little bit challenging on this one because it's just so weird. Because grunge is so weird. It doesn't really follow a key directly, like exactly. So since I already did this part here, let me get this part. that's what I'll do for the chorus. And let's just see. So I'll play the whole thing slowly. So it'll be all of this here. And for some reason, let me actually zoom out a little bit so you can see. Okay. No. Yes, that ending. I have to just remember what. That part. Okay, so let's try that. I think I'll remember that. Let's see what happens up to speed. Okay, I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, it's supposed to be heavy distortion, but I like to practice with clean so that I could hear everything, and then when I put distortion on, then it's going to make it that much better. Okay, so let's see. So 7 minutes left. I'm going to do a couple of things here. So I'm going to learn that, so you can see here the star here. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, dum. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to do no tempo practice here, and then I'm going to try to do something. I'll probably race against the clock to do it. But here, no tempo practice. Weird chord. Okay. Slow tempo practice. That's what's it called? That's 3 times I'll make a mistake. Now this is a weird time signature, so I don't think the click is going to work here. I just want to get an indication. Actually, it'll work. It'll work. So. Okay, so that's good. And then I think I could probably just figure that out. Yeah. Yeah, so and then it goes back into the verse. Cool. So, hey Dougie, how's it going, buddy? So let's do this. So that's the riffs. I mean, that was pretty manageable. Let me actually switch over to this tab here, just because it's a little bit easier. Let me go back to this intro. Then where does it go? Oh yeah, to the first fret. Okay. But then in the verse, in the verse, it's just bass guitar. But maybe I'll make like a sort of like, I think, because the bass in the verse, so B flat, F, E flat, D, then G, yeah, it goes to F. It's all pretty much the same. A flat. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to kind of make like a Frankenstein part here. It's not actually in the song, but okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record a loop here. Let's see if this works out. Let's see if this works. not going to be the perfect effect because I don't have the Leslie. But let's see here. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so actually, what I'm going to do is just stack, staircase, stretch, stack, short, long. Okay, let's see if I can get this going here. So, 1 sec. I should look at the tab. Cool. Yeah, man. That's great. That sounded really cool. I mean, the only thing it's missing is like the Leslie effect. But yeah, I think that this one is done like dinner. The only thing that I didn't have was the distortion. But let's see. Let's actually put some distortion on here. Let's go like this. Okay, so let's go back. I mean, okay, so first and foremost, actually, like, so seeing me break those things down and how I approached it, how I didn't just jump in to the song and learn all the moves. I first learned like the root notes, and then I went through the note tempo and all that. And then also when I was learning the lead, I wasn't learning all the moves. I was actually just getting the shapes down first, kind of like picking out the shapes without focusing on the picking. I just did only the shapes first. There's a reason for that. I don't want to overwhelm my brain. You never want to overwhelm your brain. You want to make sure that your brain is always feeling very good and not stressed. Your stress meter is very low. And that is how you can absorb new information quickly. Okay, so let's see what we got going on over here. Let me put some distortion on here. Okay, let's see. Let's hear what some of this stuff sounds like with distortion, shall we? So, let's see. Okay, so cool. So I think that I mean, well, that part here is yeah, I think that sounds pretty good with distortion. I mean, the other part, I don't know if this part will sound good with distortion. Oh, that's actually pretty sweet. That's pretty good. Okay, let's try that with... I was going a bit fast, so here, and let me actually just refresh my memory here with the chorus. I mean, don't worry about the countdown timer. I mean, I learned the parts. I just want to hear it with the distortion here, so. That's fun. That's good stuff. So the only thing that I don't have, or that I didn't do, is the Leslie effect on this part. I don't know if I have that handy, a Leslie effect. Maybe it'll be in a future episode, I'll just do like different effects and stuff like that for the different songs. But I think so far, well, was that helpful? Did you guys enjoy tonight's episode? Black Hole Sun, that was a lot of fun for me, for sure. I love this song, and the chord changes. It's actually, in a way, it's kind of simple because it's very chromatic. It just kind of like goes down, but some interesting voicings and some interesting timing, that's for sure. So if you want to learn how to do what I just did there, then definitely pick up the copy of Practice Less, Play More, my best-selling book, if you want to learn how to do this on your own. And if you want me to be your coach, then definitely check out Play From Day One, which is the link that you'll see here. Play From Day One, that's number one, playfromday1.com. Add your name to the waiting list and answer a few questions. Let me know about your guitar playing, and then I'll reach out to you and we could discuss next steps. And that's where I could show you how to learn songs that you want to learn faster using the same principles. Now, as far as Soundgarden, they have a lot of different songs, lots of them with different tunings. This is probably not going to be the only time I do a Soundgarden song on Pajama Jam. I'm probably going to do some more, and I'm always open to requests for sure. This was actually a request a while ago, and so I'm definitely happy to hear your requests and to definitely make sure that I incorporate whatever songs. Like I always, just truth be told, I want to love the song like already. So if you tell me a song, I'll be like, oh yeah, I never thought of that one. And like, because loving the song will really help you to learn it faster because you know what it's supposed to sound like, especially when stuff gets kind of weird. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum-dum, the weird chord, the timing, the flow of the song. It's better when you know the song and you love the song. So what I'm going to do here, I see Tommy's here. Tommy's watching. Tommy actually had the request for this one. So let me just go through the chat here, and it looks like James that it froze, but I think that it's actually good. So I see Mark is here. Hey buddy, Tommy's here. Okay, Steven, racing against the clock definitely adds stress. I couldn't relax with a 30-minute clock. No. And that's one of the things, I mean, I didn't make clear at the beginning because I kind of assumed that this was sort of the case. You don't have to have a countdown timer. Let's actually get rid of that. So you don't have to have a countdown timer. This is just Pajama Jam. This is just for the show that I have that. And you definitely don't have to do that. Yes, the stress is higher for sure. And that's why I want to put myself in stressful situations so I could show you my best techniques and just to show you how they work. But yeah, if you're in the comfort of your own home, you don't have to have you don't have to be broadcasting live. You don't have to learn the song up to speed in 30 minutes or less. You don't have to do any of that stuff. All right, but yeah, it definitely adds stress. But it's by design. I'm doing that on purpose. Cool. So James, thank you. Steven, thank you so much. LA, thank you. Funny how that one sounds wrong until it all comes together. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And I mean, if I had the Leslie effect going, then I would I'd get that on there as well for the high part there. But I think that we did good with the looper. Cool. Darren, thanks so much, bud. And Tony, great that you caught the episode. So I'll stick around for a few minutes. Just let me know what you're working on, and if you have any questions for me, I'm definitely happy to help. I mean, for any Play From Day One members, if you want me to show you anything specific, take this opportunity for the video format that I could show you something here live. I'll hang out for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll get on with our day or night, depending on where you are in the world. So, Dawn is here. Awesome. Welcome, buddy. So, let me know if you have any questions for me. Ask me anything, really, and then we can, I'll if it's about playing or if it's about something else. I think. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I think Darren asked a question here when I was just in the thick of it. Darren asked about what my signal chain was. I think, or my effects chain. Where was that? Let me just make sure. Yeah, what effects chain am I using? So my effects, let me actually show you really quick. I never did this on a Pajama Jam. I don't know why, because I just have to drag it to the other screen. But this is my effects chain here. So this is a program called Element, and it's not essential that you have this. Basically, Element is just a way for my sound card to use different plugins and stuff like that. So here it's going through a Fender Jubilee, Silver Jubilee, and let me actually just close something here. So I'm going through this amp over here, and let me just get rid of the distortion because it's just making some extra noise. But this is the amp that I use. And then I have another amp over here. I'm not using that for this sound, but there's another amp here called an Angle. This mimics the amp that I was using when I was touring with, Kiss and Hinder, Finger 11, like big rig. And so there's some good heavy sounds with that amp. Black Hole is a reverb that I use, very washy reverb. Valhalla Room is just a reverb. It's a lighter reverb. Um, and then I have my mic, this mic over here feeding through. Nothing crazy. Like this is just my effects chain just to make sure that I can play this riff and sound good playing it. Because it's nighttime over here and my baby daughter is sleeping, I got to make sure that it's super quiet. So inside the room, it's really, really quiet, and I'm not blasting anything, but through the internets, I'm definitely blasting, and you can hear everything, all the signal. Okay, so that is my effects chain. Very, very, very simple. I also have my looper pedal that I was using for this. So I'm using that. That's plugged in there. I have a couple other things down here like delay and harmonizer and stuff, and a volume pedal. But for this particular one, it was just simply distortion and clean and reverb. But I did it on purpose, by the way. And you'll see this a recurring theme in Pajama Jam episodes. Basically, I learn it with clean so that I can make sure that I got the part down. Then I will add effects and things like that because I want to make sure I have it down first, and because I don't want to cover anything up with effects. It'll always sound better when you put effects on something that sounds really good with clean. Okay. And I see Don posted the follow-up video, pull-offs, quick demo. Cool, man. Yeah, awesome. I can't wait to check it out. Okay, and then Steven, I like that you showed making shapes without picking. Very interesting. Yeah, so that's called posing, or at least that's what I call it, posing. So I try stacking the different shapes on the tab, and it said 12, 12, 12. Like on the tab, you'll see 12, 12, 12 going like that. But instead, I want to just kind of like put them all together vertically in my mind, and then I'm just stacking like this and posing just the shapes here and coming up with an association. Like I was calling it stack, so I went stack, stairs because this looks like staircase. I went stretch because this is a little bit of a stretch. Like it's just so that I could remember it. Stack, staircase, stretch, and then stack. Okay, so it's just you guys know me by now, right? Like it's just the strategies. There's always a better way. There's always a strategic way to approach this stuff. So good. I'm glad that you picked that out. I'm glad that you like that, bud. Cool. And no problem, Darren, on the effects. James, thanks, Steve. I got to get some kid stuff knocked out before bed. Talk to you later. Okay. All right, James. Take care, buddy. Glad you that the broadcast worked again. So, cool. Well, if there aren't any other questions, then we'll wrap this one up. You can watch the replay on Facebook, on YouTube. And one of the cool things, I actually just launched an Instagram channel. Let me give you guys my Instagram over here. Here is my new Instagram channel, and I've had it for a little while, but I'm just like now I'm actually posting content. Why Instagram? Instagram is you're definitely going to want to check out the Instagram channel and follow it because I put 60-second clips. You can watch 60-second clips of the highlights of these episodes. So you can watch Pajama Jam. Yeah, for sure. You can watch the whole episode. And I'll also have like maybe like 30-minute versions of the episode, just only like the learning. But on Instagram, you can actually catch just like 60 seconds, like just seeing the different parts that I learned, if any. I mean, so far I've got a pretty good streak going on, but you can see just the clips, just the highlight reel. And so that you'll find on Instagram. Okay, so definitely go check that out and follow me on Instagram. I also post some other stuff, some just different tips and all very bite-sized, short stuff. And that's what Instagram is great for. Okay, so no problem, Steven. So that is pretty much everything for tonight. I had a blast, guys. I hope you had a blast as well. Again, if you want to join me and have me teach you how to learn songs faster, then definitely check out playfromday1.com. It's playfromday1.com. Add your name to the waiting list. Fill out a few questions just to let me know about your situation on guitar, and then I'll send you a message and we could discuss next steps. So we have, thanks LA, I appreciate that. And James, for the effects, is it on the amplifier? So the effects right now, I was using that program that I was showing you. This is all on the computer. Everything is virtual. Okay, and you can get different programs for that, whether it's Amplitude or Amplitube, sorry, Guitar Rig. You can even use your phone, iRig. There's quite a few things that you can do for virtual effects these days, especially if you want to keep it quiet. And you can definitely reach out to me if you need some help with that stuff. So Darren, could you maybe do Sirens by Pearl Jam on one of your pajama jams sometime? Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out for sure, and definitely we can. I have a listen. A lot of people send me different songs, and I'll definitely have a listen. And a lot of it's also kind of like what mood I'm in as well, because when I'm choosing songs, and this is just another pro tip, is when you're learning songs, definitely go with songs that you love, but not just in general, but that you love right now. And I saw that clip again of Chris Cornell playing this acoustically, and I was just like, oh man, it's just awesome. And so the songs that inspire you, and especially in the moment, and songs that you really love now this week, it's those are the songs that you're going to learn the fastest, because those are the songs that you really have that emotional connection with. So it's going to keep your stress level down. It's going to keep your it's going to keep you sort of the image of the song, like the sort of the map of the song. First it goes the intro, this goes 2 times, then we go to the verse, blah, 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 blah. It's just very vivid because you have that emotional response. Okay, so yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll have another listen to Sirens, and then we'll see if we can add that as one of the episodes. And then, yeah, I mean, this is 20 episodes. We're 20 episodes deep now. I guess season 1 of Pajama Jam, I'll have to decide how many episodes that we go to, and then maybe it'll be like 24 episodes, and then we'll start season 2. Maybe we'll add some new stuff. Definitely one more time, I'm going to put this thing on. I love that. All right. So that's actually probably how I should have gone out, but whatever. I'll just do that next time. So thank you so much for watching Pajama Jam. Definitely look for the replay online. Follow me on Instagram. It's basically the handle's Rockstar Mind, so at Rockstar Mind. And yeah, just again, if you want to check out how to do this, check out the book, Practice Less, Play More. Or check out my Play from Day One program if you want to work with me, and if you want me to coach you to victory. So that's all for tonight. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon, or night, depending on where you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon. Take care.